In today's world, calling for help is supposed to be simple. One number, one connection, a voice on the other end trained to keep you alive. But in some cases, that connection doesn't end when it's supposed to. This is what happened to Daniel Mercer. Daniel was a 32-year-old warehouse supervisor living alone in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Nothing about his life stood out. He worked long hours, paid his bills on time, and rarely spoke to his neighbors. On a cold Tuesday night in late November, Daniel returned home just after 11 p.m. The street was silent. No cars passing, no porch lights on, just the faint hum of distant traffic and the sound of his own footsteps. At around 11:47 p.m., Daniel called 911. The dispatcher who answered described him as calm but tense. Daniel explained that someone had been trying to open his back door. He said he heard slow, deliberate knocks, followed by the sound of the handle rattling. When he turned on the kitchen light, the noise stopped. The dispatcher asked if he could see anyone outside. Daniel paused before answering. "No," he said, "but I don't think they left." Police were dispatched immediately. While waiting, Daniel stayed on the line, moving quietly through his house. He checked windows and locks as instructed. Everything appeared intact. No broken glass, no forced entry, just that lingering feeling of being watched. 7 minutes into the call, Daniel suddenly went quiet. The dispatcher asked if he was still there. "Yes," Daniel replied, his voice lower now. "I hear breathing." He said it sounded like it was coming from inside the walls. Not pipes, not wind, breathing. The dispatcher tried to reassure him. Police were less than 3 minutes away. Then Daniel whispered, "It stopped." Moments later, officers arrived. They searched the property thoroughly, inside and out. Attic, basement, crawl spaces. Nothing was found. No signs of anyone else being there. At 12:19 a.m., the call was officially closed. Daniel was advised to lock his doors and try to get some rest. At 12:41 a.m., Daniel's phone rang. The caller ID read 911. He answered immediately, expecting an officer following up. There was no greeting on the other end, no dispatcher voice, only a faint crackling sound followed by shallow breathing. Daniel said, "Hello." The breathing stopped. The line went dead. Assuming it was a technical error, Daniel tried to dismiss it. He placed his phone face down on the table and sat on the couch, replaying the night in his head. At 12:53 a.m., the phone rang again. This time, a woman's voice spoke. "Daniel," she said calmly, "where are you right now?" Daniel froze. "I didn't call," he replied. "You called me." There was a pause. "Yes," the voice said. "I know." Daniel asked how she knew his name. The dispatcher ignored the question. "Daniel, are you alone?" she asked. "Yes," he said. "The police already came. They didn't find anything." Another pause, longer this time. "That's not what our log shows," the voice said quietly. Daniel's breathing became audible. He asked what she meant. "According to this," she continued, "officers haven't arrived yet." Daniel stood up, his eyes moving toward the front window. "They were here," he insisted. "They just left." Silence. Then the dispatcher asked, "Daniel, is there anyone standing behind you?" He spun around. There was nothing there. "No," he said, his voice shaking. "There's no one here." The call ended abruptly. At 1:02 a.m., Daniel called 911 himself. The dispatcher who answered had no record of calling him back. No outgoing calls, no follow-ups, nothing unusual in the system. The dispatcher asked if Daniel was feeling safe. Daniel hesitated. "I don't know anymore," he said. Officers were sent again. They arrived to find Daniel's front door unlocked. The house was silent. Daniel was found in the upstairs hallway, lying on his back. No signs of struggle, no visible injuries. His phone was clutched tightly in his hand. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The medical examiner later ruled the cause of death as acute cardiac arrest, likely induced by extreme stress. There were no drugs in his system, no underlying conditions. What disturbed investigators wasn't how Daniel died. It was his phone. At 1:00 a.m., 1 minute before Daniel placed his final 911 call, his phone received another incoming call from 911. This call lasted exactly 47 seconds. Audio recovered from the voicemail was degraded but usable. It contained Daniel's voice, weak, panicked, struggling to breathe. He could be heard saying, "Please hurry. He's already inside. I don't think I have much time left." Then another voice spoke, calm, professional. "Daniel," the dispatcher said, "help is on the way." That dispatcher did not exist. The voice did not match any employee working that night, and the call was logged as originating from Daniel's phone 6 minutes in the future. To this day, no explanation has been found for who made the calls, or why emergency services seemed to know what would happen before it did. But operators involved in the case still talk about one detail they can't forget. In Daniel's first call, while officers were still en route, there is a faint sound buried beneath the static. A phone ringing, coming from inside the house.